a lazy person is as bad as someone who destroys things. When you're lazy, you're destroying many things, but there's two things in particular you're destroying. When you're lazy, you're destroying your health, because if you're too lazy to make a salad, if you're too lazy to go to the store and buy a cucumber and cut it up, if you're too lazy to eat a healthy meal, you're not going to experience the physical health that we have the capability of experiencing. But the thing we really mess up when we're lazy and destroy is our relationship with Yahweh. Because if you're too lazy to read scriptures every day, if you're too lazy to pray every day, if you're too lazy to get down on your hands and knees without falling asleep, something is wrong. And this is what's happening in today's world. People are lazy to do this. It's not that they don't know. Many of us know, but they're not doing it. They're lazy. They want something or someone to do it for them. We live in this world with technology, and people are so lazy to walk to their own telephone. They'll sit across the room on a cell phone. And they don't understand the damage that's being done with that cell phones and so on. They're given to us to bless us during emergencies, but people are taking advantage of these things and destroying themselves. There's brain tumors more than ever before in the history of man because of these things. And we look at these microwave ovens because people are too lazy to make a real meal. They're nuking these things and it's destroying his health. There's no nutrition in it whatsoever. Laziness. We're destroying our health because of laziness. We look what it says about laziness. What does a lazy person do? Well, a lazy person, it says, Yahweh's given us a schedule. He's given us a plan. He tells us, when you're excited, it's the opposite of being lazy. When you're excited, you have a desire to go out and do something. If you'll get married tomorrow, I don't care what time you went to sleep. I don't care how tired you are. You're excited, you're going to get up on time and you're going to be there on time for your wedding. But when you're lazy and you're not interested in something, what are you going to do? You're going to miss that appointment. That's not going to be too important to you. You're going to oversleep. It says right here in the scriptures, it says in Proverbs 6:9. And by the way, Proverbs is another word for what? Wisdom. Wisdom. So it says in Wisdom 6:9, how long will you sleep, O lazy one? When will you arise out of your sleep? How long will you sleep, O lazy one? When will you arise out of your sleep? I can tell you something. These prophets in the scriptures had something very important to do. And they got up on time to do it. They weren't staying in bed all day saying, oh, I'll do that later, I'll do that later. Because they were excited to do it. But if they were up all night watching American Idol to see who won and they get to sleep late at night, and they can't get up in the morning to go do what they have to do, that wouldn't have happened. But they knew there's something. They were prepared for it. Do you know the understanding of being prepared for something? If I tell you to go get a salad, you can't go home. It's not going to be sit there waiting for you. You got to go to the store and get the fruits and vegetables. You get home, you cut it, you prepare for it. So when you're ready, it's there. Well, we have a job. We have a job to get the message out about Yeshua HaMashiach. And we have to prepare for it. How do we prepare for it? By reading the greatest health book ever written. And then we follow it with action. But if we're too lazy and sick to go out there and do something, see, it's not about being healthy for ourselves. It's not to be healthy so we can live here longer, so we can do things against His Word. We need to be healthy so we have more energy, more wisdom, more mental focus, and more strength to get the message out to the unbelievers about Yeshua.
Hallelujah.
That's why we need to be excited about this. That's why we need to do this. So when you're too tired or lazy or something else seems more important, no, you say, I want to be prepared. Because we're going to meet those people that don't know this. We're going to meet those people, the unbelievers that are sick with cancer. And we could say, do you want to be healthy? Well, I can give you more health than you could ever experience on this physical plane. I can give you an eternal health that you live for the rest of your eternal life. But people don't get that. People are missing that. We look at the importance of Yahweh's instruction guides. You know, and what He's given us. He's given us fresh air. He's given us good food. He's given us many, many health things for our health. Of the greatest things He's given us is something we get every single day. He's given us rest. He's given us sleep. But this is the biggest thing people neglect in their lives every day. They cut their sleep short every morning with an alarm clock. They take drugs to stay awake, to stimulate themselves to stay awake. They watch TV to mentally keep themselves from falling asleep. And they end up falling asleep anyway with something that's not good to eat, with the TV in front of them anyway. But He gives us this sleep that's so important. But He also tells us, when you're ready to go, you be up and you go. You don't stay in bed all day. If you have a schedule on your schedule to eat breakfast at 9 a.m. and you wake up at 10 a.m., guess what? Your schedule's messed up. He's given us a schedule. He's given us sleep to bless us with. Psalms 127:2 says, "It is useless for you to work so hard from early morning until late at night, anxiously working for food to eat. For Yahweh gives rest to his loved ones." For Yahweh gives rest to his loved ones. And this particular scripture is very important to me because I was one of those people that would work all through the night. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I was working. And I'd be up with my alarm clock early in the morning to get a certain job done. I said, he wants us to sleep. He wants us to be well rested. He wants us to be fresh and revived and excited about the next day. Not upset that we have to get up and go do something we don't want to do because we don't think we have a choice. So he gives us that rest. And he gives us a schedule. And he wants us up early. He wants us out there doing his things. It says in the scriptures in Genesis 19:27 examples of his prophets that had something to do and they went and did it. We first look at Abraham. Genesis 19:27 says, "And Abraham got up early in the morning." It says in Genesis 28:18, "And Jacob rose early in the morning." It says in Exodus 8:20, "And Yahweh said to Moses, rise early in the morning." It says in Exodus 9:13, "And Yahweh said to Moses again, rise early in the morning." It says in Exodus 24:4, Moses rose early in the morning. It goes and says in 1 Samuel 15:12, when Samuel rose up early in the morning to meet Saul. And again, 1 Samuel 17:20, David rose early in the morning. These people I just mentioned, Abraham, Moses, David, Samuel, these were special people in the scriptures that had a special job to do. And they were up at the crack of dawn to do it, early in the morning, maybe even before the sun came up. They weren't sleeping in bed, tossing and turning, saying, well, I don't want to go, I'm too tired. They were excited about doing it. How many of you in this room are excited to get up every single morning and follow Yahweh's instructions so you can be an example for the world, to show them how healthy you can live and how clean you can live and how much joy you can have every day? Or how many of us are too lazy to get up in the morning? How many of us have been up too late at night watching TV or doing something else that wasn't of Yahweh, so when it's time to get up in the morning, you're not able to? So the enemy will get us any way he can. If it's with diet, it's with diet. Whatever way he can get us down, he'll keep us down. We have the choice. We have the opportunity. But if we just open up one little door for the enemy to get in, he will. And he's destroying with us for many reasons. It's very simple. And in my book here, Health According to the Scriptures, I lay this out for everyone. We have a schedule. It's a biblical schedule. It's a schedule that Yahweh has given us that we can follow and we can be truly blessed. Most people today, this seems ludicrous to. Most people today are not thinking about Yahweh's biblical schedule, his scriptural schedule. People are living off their schedule. What works best for them? What's best for their lifestyle? What time's best for them to do something? You know, they'll plan their whole life around the TV show so they don't miss their TV show. They'll plan their whole life around an event, a baseball game or something else. But they won't plan their life around Yahweh's guidelines and instructions in his schedule. And then they wonder why they're not happy or why they're suffering. What is his schedule? Well, he gave us daily times to be awake and daily times to rest. He gave us daily times to be awake and daily times to rest. What were those daily times? Well, he told us, the sun is my daylight, and the night is my nightlight. The moon is my nightlight. We're supposed to be sleeping at nighttime and up in the daytime doing his work. Most of the people that are up at nighttime are not doing his work. Now, if you're up in the middle of the night and surrounded some bar proclaiming the gospel, that's great and wonderful. But the majority of us that are up in the middle of the night aren't doing that. He tells us, be well rested at nighttime, so in the morning we can be up with the sun. And the sun we need to be up with is Yeshua HaMashiach. I tell everyone when I go through the sun pass, you know, enjoy the sun. And they're looking at the sky, they're saying it's cloudy. I say, that's not the sun I'm talking about. So we need to understand, he gives us our daily time to be up and to be awake. He also gives us our daily time to eat. He tells us when the ideal times are for us to eat our meals. Most people today are eating at the wrong times and too much.